Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. In today's educational trading video, you're going to learn all about how to scalp the crypto market with the Bollinger Bands indicator. All right. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, if you are interested in trading and would like to try out the same crypto exchange that I've been using for the last 4 years, feel free to go ahead and check out MEXC with the link in the video description down below this video. I personally love this exchange for two big reasons. One, I'm a huge altcoin nerd and they will have all kinds of different altcoins on a regular basis. And in addition to that, they have some of the cheapest trading fees in the entire industry, as you guys can clearly see right here. So you simply get to keep more of your profits when you're trading instead of paying out so much money for trading fees like on a lot of other exchanges. All right, guys. So before I actually go ahead and start off this video, I first have to say the basics that trading the crypto market is extremely risky and you could lose all of your money if you're trading without a plan and trading irresponsibly. In addition, not every strategy works for every person since every person has a different personality, which is the reason why there's literally thousands of different trading strategies that exist. But in the fast-paced crypto market, where we get wild price swings in a matter of minutes, mastering the art of scalp trading can be extremely lucrative if you're interested in shorter-term profits. Scalping basically involves making numerous small trades to capitalize on short-term price movements, and you can do this with many different indicators or no indicators at all even. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to do it with the Bollinger Bands indicator specifically. All right. Now, before I actually dive into some examples on the charts and show you step by step, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Bollinger Bands indicator, it's basically got three different bands, as you guys can clearly see right here. This is the Bollinger Bands right here, okay? So actually, let me go ahead and remove my support and resistance drawings here, and we have got just the Bollinger Bands, all right? Now, it's basically got three bands, as you guys can clearly see. I've got two different blue bands here, and I've got one orange band here, okay? A middle band, or the middle band, is basically the middle band right here. It's basically a 20-period simple moving average, and the upper band, which is a specified deviation from the middle band, all right, as you guys can clearly see, and a lower band, which is again another deviation from the middle band as well. So how do you actually scalp the crypto market? All right, how do you scalp the crypto market with these Bollinger Bands? Here is how I do it step by step. Now, since I am a hardcore educator and I love helping people, this is going to be in a very step-by-step fashion, okay? So, step one, the first thing that you want to do is you want to open the 1 hour chart on your trading view, okay? On whatever coin you're trading, all right? So let me go ahead and get to the 1 hour chart, and we will open it up, all right? So we are currently on the 1 hour chart, all right? And you want to open up the 1 hour chart of whatever coin you want to scalp, and you want to start identifying, you want to identify its current trend to get an idea of what direction it's moving overall right now. And you also want to identify any potential reversals or any potential reversal points or continuations of the current trend that it's in as well, okay? Now, if you can't see the trend or if you can't figure out what the trend is, then you can go ahead and go to the 4 hour chart, a larger time frame, because larger time frames, they typically do a really good job of being able to show you, you know, what the overall trend is that the coin is moving in at this given time, okay? So let's say right now, let's say here we go, this is just a hypothetical thing, okay? Let's say right here, this is the start of the reversal back to the upside, okay? So let's say, for instance, this is the reversal back to the upside, and we're going to end up going upwards again, okay? So this is what I'm talking about as far as finding the overall trend that's happening right now, okay? So the overall trend that's happening right now is we could be moving up right now, all right? So basically, all of the different types of positions you want to be looking for are long positions, okay? If you're trading the futures market. Now, this is all part of step one, okay? The whole goal of step one is to find the current trend that the coin is currently moving in on a longer term scale, okay? Now, step two, the next thing you want to do, once you find the overall trend that it's currently moving in, you want to move to the 5-minute chart or the 1-minute chart and identify a potential volatility squeeze within the Bollinger Bands, okay? So let me go ahead and get to we're going to use, for the sake of this video, we're just going to go ahead and use the 1-minute chart, okay? So we'll go, actually, that's looking a little rough. We'll move to the 5-minute chart. Yeah, that looks much better. All right, so we'll move to the 5-minute chart. And as you guys can clearly see here, this is what you want to do, okay? You want to identify a potential volatility squeeze within the Bollinger Bands, okay? And this is basically when the bands end up getting super narrow, all right? And when they get super narrow like that, it basically means that volatility is extremely low, because when it's low, a big move will most likely be happening soon in whatever direction you think that the token is going to move, all right? So let's see here. After the volatility squeeze, let's see here. I'll show you an example of a volatility squeeze, all right? So volatility squeeze would be right here, all right? This would be a good squeeze spot right here. You can see bands were pretty thin right here in this section, and then they started to, obviously we started gaining momentum and we ended up going upwards. That's what I'm talking about here, all right? Now, I'll show you another example, but to the downside, okay? So here we go again. Here is another squeeze right here, all right? Bands ended up getting super, super narrow, and we ended up dropping to the downside, and we had, let's see here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 50 minutes straight of straight downward movement, all right? And actually, we ended up going further, but oh well, that's not part of the squeeze that I'm talking about here. So after you do that and you start to find and you start to really try to visualize and start to see different patterns here within these different squeezes, then you move on to step 3, okay? So after identifying a volatility squeeze, you want to be patient and wait for the price to break out of the bands, okay? A breakout above the upper band will suggest bullish momentum and may be a good opportunity for a long position, like what's happening right now, all right? It is currently outside of the bands, as you guys can clearly see, which means momentum could be picking up right now, and we could end up going way to the upside, okay? And a breakout below the lower band would indicate bearish momentum, so you'll have an idea of, you know, whether to go long or short if you're scalping the crypto futures market, okay? So if this ends up happening, but down here on the lower band, then it could end up meaning that, okay, we're going to end up dropping hardcore instead, all right? But you have to keep in mind that these markets and these coins, they move extremely, extremely fast. So you have to make sure that the breakout is going to be happening first, okay? Now, step 4, when this breakout is confirmed, you will want to enter a position in the direction of the breakout. Okay, so for example, if the price breaks above the upper bands, consider opening a long position, and if it's below the lower band, consider opening a short position instead. Okay, now as far as step 5 is concerned, once you are in your position, you'll want to manage your risk by setting a stop loss and take profit level as well. You'll want to place your stop loss slightly below the lower band for long positions and slightly above the upper band for short positions, okay? This is how I do it anyway. This is how I personally do it. Others may do things differently, and that's okay, but this is how I personally do things when I'm scalping with the Bollinger Bands, okay? Now, the next thing that you want to do after you have got all that stuff set up is you want to continuously monitor the price action after you've entered your position and adjust your position accordingly, okay? If price moves higher, or if price moves in your favor and continues to go up and you're with your long position, consider trailing your stop loss to lock in your profits. And if price decides to go the opposite direction instead and ends up dropping, the key you want to be prepared to exit your trade, okay? The key thing to remember here with scalping and trading is that no trader on the planet wins 100% of their trades, okay? Especially people who are scalping the market, all right? You will have losses, it is inevitable, but your job overall is to make sure that those losses are extremely minimal if price does not move in your direction, okay? You never want to be married to your position, all right? That's a key, surefire way to lose money when you are trading the market, okay? Now, the last step that I've got for you guys here for scalping with the Bollinger Bands is if price moves in your favor, close your position when the price reaches your predefined take profit level, or if the trade moves against you and hits your overall stop loss, okay? Realistically, you want to avoid holding on to long positions for too long, like I was mentioning a little bit ago, as scalping simply relies on quick trades and capitalizing on small price movements, okay? The goal with scalping is not to make 50% gains, okay? The goal with scalping is to make multiple, and I mean multiple very small 1 to 2% gains, or maybe even smaller than that, okay? But overall here, guys, that pretty much does it for scalping with the Bollinger Bands, but I've got some tips for you guys as well, okay? The first tip that I've got for you is to play around with multiple smaller time frames, okay? Analyzing multiple time frames can provide a much broader perspective of the overall market trend and help you identify potential trade opportunities, which is why I suggest starting with the 1 hour or 4 hour chart in the very beginning to identify the overall current trend first and foremost. Now, the second tip that I've got for you guys is to play around with multiple indicators as well, okay? Bollinger Bands are awesome, but they're even more awesome when you combine them with indicators such as the RSI, MEXC indicators, simply to confirm your overall bias before entering and exiting trades as well, all right? And the last tip that I've got for you guys is to stay informed and keep an eye on overall market sentiment also. If the overall market looks green and there's no major news that could cause a random drop to the downside, then you'll easily be able to benefit from long positions. But if market sentiment is negative and the market looks like complete poop, then you'll be able to benefit from probably some shorting opportunities. But realistically though, scalping the crypto market with Bollinger Bands can be extremely profitable and simple day trading strategy if it's executed with discipline and precision, all right? And again, it's not a clear-cut system, okay? You can't just follow these steps that I'm giving you and expect to be rich, okay? That's not how it works, okay? You need to take the time that it takes to really read the patterns. You need to take the time it takes to really kind of visualize everything and get everything under wraps, okay? However, like any trading strategy, it comes with risks, and in my personal opinion, I would recommend trying these strategies that I talk about in the demo trading environment of your centralized exchange that you use before you start trading with real money, all right? But overall here, you guys, that's going to pretty much do it for this video, so I will go ahead and wrap this one up. But before you guys leave, if you haven't already and you would like to, go ahead and make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a new crypto and altcoin video from me on a regular basis. And hey guys, with that said, thanks for watching.